Welcome to Quiz Time. My name is Simon and I'll be your host. Sit back, relax, and get ready for the next 100 questions. Let's get started. Ennio Morricone scored the Dollar Trilogy. Who composed the music for The Godfather 1 and 2? Hans Zimmer, John Williams, or Nino Rota? Nino Rota is correct. Which French comic features Jay Larocque and his uncle Roderick and Professor Orcutus? Spiro, Yannick, or Tintin? Yannick is correct. What is Odin's Hall called, where fallen heroes go? Valhalla, Asgard, or Midgard? Valhalla is correct. Which British sitcom is set in the French town occupied during World War II? Fawlty Towers, Allo Allo, or Dad Swami? Allo Allo is correct. One boy was raised by wolves and the other by apes. Who are they? Mowgli and Tarzan, Baloo and Timber, or Romulus and Remus? Mowgli and Tarzan. How many Olympic gold medals did Mark Spitz win? 6, 9, or 12? 9 Olympic gold medals is correct. Which director hired Jack Lemmon, Shirley MacLaine, and Fred MacMurray in a 1960 comedy classic? Stanley Kubrick, Alfred Hitchcock, or Billy Wilder? Billy Wilder is correct. What kind of shock is caused by a severe allergic reaction? Septic, anaphylactic, or hypovolemic? Anaphylactic shock is correct. How many Wimbledon titles did Roger Federer win? 8, 9, or 10? 8 Wimbledon titles. 2 ancient wonders were in Turkey, 2 in Egypt, and 2 in Greece. In which modern country stood the 7th? Iraq, Iran, or Lebanon? Iraq is correct. Mika and Willamette are varieties of which fruit? Strawberry, raspberry, or blueberry? Raspberry is correct. Which institution was led by the friar Tomás de Torquemada in the 15th century? Spanish Inquisition, Knights Templar, or Jesuit order? Spanish Inquisition is correct. If the accusers were Anytus, Miletus, and Lycon, who was on trial? Aristotle, Plato, or Socrates? Socrates is correct. Which artist painted Where Do We Come From, Where Are We, and Where Are We Going? Paul Gauguin, Claude Monet, or Henri Matisse? Paul Gauguin is correct. A trident appears on the flag of Rihanna's homeland. Which island is it? Jamaica, Trinidad, or Barbados? Barbados is correct. Which country hosted the most Winter Olympic Games? France, Sweden, or USA? USA is correct. Belgrade University Library and New York's biggest concert hall share the name of which philanthropist? Andrew Carnegie, John D. Rockefeller, or J.P. Morgan? Andrew Carnegie is correct. When Native Americans bury the tomahawk, what do they symbolically smoke? Tobacco leaf, peace pipe, or crack? Peace pipe is correct. If the upper pressure is systolic, the lower is arterial, diastolic, or substolic? Diastolic is correct. How many NBA championships did Kobe Bryant win? 4, 5, or 6? Five championships is correct. Which prize was created by Sweden's central bank in 1968? Nobel Prize in Economics, Right Livelihood Award, or Wolf Prize? Nobel Prize in Economics. Which genius drew the Vitruvian Man, and what was Vitruvius's profession? Michelangelo, sculptor; Raphael, engineer; or Leonardo da Vinci, architect? Leonardo da Vinci, architect. In which African country is Afrikaans spoken widely? South Africa, Namibia, or Botswana? South Africa is correct. In Greek myth, Argus was a 100-eyed giant. Who or what was Argo? Odysseus' dog, Jason's ship, or Hera's servant? Jason's ship is correct. Since 2009, FIFA's award for Best Goal of the Year is named after which player? Pelé, Puskas, or Maradona? Puskas is correct. Which tree appears on the Lebanon flag? Olive, pine, or cedar? A cedar tree is correct. Which Chinese reformer said, "It doesn't matter if a cat is black or white as long as it catches mice"? Deng Xiaoping, Mao Zedong, or Sun Yat-sen? Deng Xiaoping is correct. Where are the headquarters of European Central Bank? Brussels, Rome, or Frankfurt? Frankfurt is correct. What is the world's most expensive spice? Vanilla, cinnamon, or saffron? Saffron is correct. Which Italian Baroque painter was famous for Venetian cityscapes? Vedute, Tintoretto, Canaletto, or Caravaggio? Canaletto is correct. Which Olympic champion set and broke his own records from 1984 to 1994? Sergei Bobka, Carl Lewis, or Michael Johnson? Sergei Bobka is correct. What legal phrase means caught in the act? In flagrante delicto, habeas corpus, or prima facie? In flagranti delicto is correct. Which movie hero races against Masala in a chariot duel? Spartacus, Ben-Hur, or Maximus? Ben-Hur is correct. Besides France, the French president is also co-prince of which microstate? Andorra, Monaco, or Liechtenstein? Co-prince of Andorra. What was Tokyo called before 1869? Nippon, Edo, or Kyoto? Edo is correct. When Homer Simpson goes to Moe's, it's a bar, but where does he buy groceries? Quick E-Mart, Duff Market, or Springfield Mall? Quick E-Mart is correct. There are North and South Dakota, North and South Carolina, but only one Virginia. Why? Because West Virginia split off, because East Virginia merged, or because it borders the ocean? Because West Virginia split off. Binary uses base 2. The sexagesimal system uses base 12, 60, or 100. Base 60 is correct. Which Cubist artist had an exhibition in the Louvre during his lifetime? Pablo Picasso, Georges Braque, or Jean Gris? Pablo Picasso is correct. Which branch of linguistics studies the origin of words? Syntax, morphology, or etymology? Etymology is correct. Which Italian composer was nicknamed the Red Priest? Claudio Monteverdi, Antonio Vivaldi, or Giuseppe Tartini? Antonio Vivaldi is the correct composer. Which Brazilian dance mixes samba and jazz and means new trend? Bossa Nova, Lambada, or Capoeira? Bossa Nova is correct. What creature is to Americans what the Yeti is to Tibetans? Bigfoot, Chupacabra, or Chewbacca? Bigfoot is correct. Magma below the Earth's surface becomes what when it erupts? Basalt, lava, or ash? Lava is correct. Which rock band performs the song The Seeker? Dire Straits, Talking Heads, or The Who? The Who is correct. Who won the 2025 Super Bowl? Kansas City Chiefs, Philadelphia Eagles, or Buffalo Bills? Philadelphia Eagles is correct. What is the national currency of Poland? Lev, dinar, or zloty? Zloty is correct. The K-pop hit Gangnam Style is named after a region in Seoul, a region in Busan, or Korean national dance? A region in Seoul is correct. What is the US largest company by market capitalization? Apple, Nvidia, or Amazon? Nvidia is correct. The mysterious Satoshi Nakamoto is believed to have invented the dark web, Bitcoin, or Pirate Bay. Bitcoin is correct. On which estate was Tolstoy born, lived, wrote War and Peace and Anna Karenina, and was buried? Pavlovsk, Tulya, Yasyana Polyana. Yasyana Polyana is correct. Which English landlord's name gave rise to the word boycott? Charles Boycott, William Boycott, or Henry Boycott? Charles Boycott is correct. Who is the most decorated female soldier in the history of human warfare? Mulinka Savek, Flora Sandys, or Joan of Arc? Mulinka Savek is correct. What is the samurai moral code called, meaning the way of the warrior? Shogun, Banzai, or Bushido? Bushido is correct. What is measured in kilograms per cubic meter? Density, volume, or pressure? Density is correct. What country has the highest average income? Luxembourg, Switzerland, or Singapore? Luxembourg is correct. Where is the highest Balkan peak? Musala, 2,925 meters. Greece, Serbia, or Bulgaria? Bulgaria is correct. To which people did Goliath belong whom David killed with the sling? Philistines, Canaanites, or Moabites? Philistines is correct. Who was nicknamed Flagellum Dei, the Scourge of God? Alaric, Tamerlane, or Attila the Hun? Attila the Hun is correct. Which country has the oldest flag still in use and borders only Germany? Liechtenstein, Denmark, or Austria? Denmark is correct. How many Academy Awards did Meryl Streep win? 2, 3, or 4? 3 Academy Awards is correct. By which river did Romeo whisper to Juliet on warm Verona nights? Adige, Timber, or Po? Adige is correct. Which martial art was founded by Jigoro Kano means the gentle way? Karate, Judo, or Aikido? Judo is correct. What is the most populous city in Africa? Cairo, Johannesburg, or Kinshasa? Cairo is correct. Which French town hosted the first Winter Olympics in 1924? Grenoble, Chamonix, or Annecy? Chamonix is correct. The Turing Award is given for achievements in which field? Computer science, engineering, or mathematics? Computer science is the correct field. In The Wolf and the Seven Young Goats, where did the youngest hide? Under the bed, in the clock, or in the oven? In the clock is correct. Which dance was created for the film Zorba the Greek? Sirtaki, Zorbas, or Sartos? Sirtaki is correct. Which Roman general defeated Hannibal at Zama in 202 BC? Scipio Africanus, Julio Caesar, or Pompey? Scipio Africanus is correct. How many times has Sweden won Eurovision contest? 5, 6, or 7? 7 contests is correct. Which is the only English-speaking country in Central America? Panama, Honduras, or Belize? Belize is correct. Which of these was never an Olympic sport? Tug of war, chess boxing, live pigeon shooting? Chess boxing is correct. In which country is Gierlakowski Stit, the highest Carpathian peak? Slovakia, Poland, or Ukraine? Slovakia is correct. Who wrote the Green Book? Saddam Hussein, Muammar Gaddafi, or Hosni Mubarak? Muammar Gaddafi. In what language did Anne Frank write her diary? German, English, or Dutch? Dutch is correct. Who was the opera diva nicknamed La Divina? Retina Tebaldi, Maria Callas, or Montserrat Caballé? Maria Callas is correct. What word describes the indigenous group living in northern Canada, Greenland, Alaska, and Siberia? Sami, Inuit, or Alit? Inuit is correct. What is the lowest taxonomic rank in the animal kingdom? Species, genus, or order? Species is correct. In which US state was the first Walmart opened? Kentucky, Alabama, or Arkansas? Arkansas is correct. The word atoll comes from which island nation in the Indian Ocean? Maldives, Seychelles, or Mauritius? Maldives is correct. How many UEFA Championship League titles has PSG won? 0, 1, or 2? One is correct. Who led the Athenians against the Persians at Marathon? Miltiades, Themistocles, or Pericles? Miltiades is correct. Where is the UNESCO headquarters located? Geneva, Brussels, or Paris? Paris is correct. In Morse code, which letter is a single dash? T, A, or E? T is correct. Which team is the current men's cricket world champion? India, Australia, or Pakistan? Australia is correct. The ancient city of Carthage stood near which modern capital? Tunis, Tripoli, or Algiers? Tunis is correct. What is the highest Hindu caste of priests and teachers called? Vaishyas, Kshatriyas, or Brahmins? Brahmins is correct. Who composed the famous Nabucco? Giuseppe Verdi, Niccolo Paganini, or Giacomo Puccini? Giuseppe Verdi is correct. How many daughters did King Lear have? 3, 5, or 7? 3 daughters is correct. How many milliliters does the imperial pint have? 420 milliliters, 568 milliliters, or 681 milliliters? (568 milliliters). Which company created the first computer operating system? IBM, General Motors, or Microsoft? General Motors is correct. At what time does the New York Stock Exchange close? 3:30 p.m., 4 p.m., or 5 p.m.? 4 p.m. is correct. Stroopwafels are well-known thin waffle cookies from Denmark, Austria, or Netherlands. Netherlands is correct. Who developed the periodic table of elements? Dmitri Mendeleev, Marie Curie, or Antoine Lavoisier? Dmitri Mendeleev is correct. Boshingtong, a traditional Korean dish, is made from the meat of which animal? Cow, dog, or pig? Dog is correct. How old was Joan of Arc when she was executed? 19, 29, or 39? 19 years old is correct. What kind of bond is formed when two atoms share an electron? Ionic bond, covalent bond, or metallic bond? Covalent bond is correct. Nadia Comaneci is a former gymnast from Romania, Moldavia, or Ukraine. Romania is correct. What is Asia's smallest country, both by sea and by population? Laos, Kyrgyzstan, or Maldives? Maldives is correct. Which terrorist group invented the bomb suicide vest? Al-Qaeda, Boko Haram, or the Tamil Tigers? The Tamil Tigers is correct. Congratulations and well done for completing this quiz. Please leave your score in the comments below, and as always, remember to like and subscribe so you can join us next time for some fun on Quiz Time.